Hello everyone. Today's Bible reading, which will come a little bit later in the service, is all about that very well-known story where the little boy is able to share his picnic lunch with the crowd that had come to listen to Jesus. Do you like sharing? I hope you do, but when you're little, it's a very, very hard lesson to learn, isn't it? To share. Especially if you've got younger brothers and sisters. There are many squabbles in many houses and it's all around sharing. My little granddaughter will say to me, "Nana, sharing is caring." And I know she's learned that at school. But by golly, if she wants to have a little squabble with her sister over a toy or something that she wants, that little saying disappears for a while. But it's one that we all want to remember, isn't it? And that lovely story reminds us of it. I'm going to make something to share today. Perhaps you could do the same. Ask Mum if you can help make something to share. I'm going to do a simple pizza. Something that's very easy to share, and it's lovely to look at, isn't it, when you cut it up and you can see it being shared. So I've made a pizza dough and I've already rolled one out and I've got one here to do a second one. So if I do that very quickly and put it onto the baking tray. So this was my dough. If you don't want to do all of this, you could go to a supermarket and just buy an empty base. An empty base, pizza base, so that it's all done for you. So if you start off with it as a nice round piece of bread dough, it will stay round. Roll it out quite thinly, just like that. And of course, because it's bread, it will start to grow as well. So if it's thin to start with, that's beneficial. So there's that. Here comes my tin, and I've just floured it a little bit to put it on. And of course there's the one that I did earlier. Okay, so onto your pizza base, we need something tomatoey. So I'm going to put a blob of tomato pizza base. It could be just tinned, chopped tomatoes. Doesn't have to be anything fancy. Almost to the edges, but perhaps not quite. Same on that one. And then, gosh, you could put on absolutely anything that you like that's suitable to go on a pizza. You've probably got your favourite. Okay, let's put that one out of the way and just wipe my hand. So what am I going to put on these? Well, I've got my instructions from Steve, what he wants on his, and I know what I want on mine. So I'm going to, first of all, put some cheese on. And I've got mozzarella cheese. I've also got some ordinary cheddar cheese to add on at the end. So if I make this one in front of me mine, because I know the things I don't want. So there's mozzarella. Okay. A few mushrooms. That's okay on both of them. And I've also got peppers that can go on. That can go on both. I'm going to put some extra tomato on mine, on the top. So just the tomato there. And then on this one, which will be Steve's one, he likes anchovies. Not my favourite thing, I must admit. But each to their own. So I'm going to put some anchovies on there. That looks like there's perhaps enough there. And he likes capers. So I'll put all of those on there because they're apparently a very nice delicacy. And he likes black olives. That looks quite attractive, like that, and he's quite generous. Wipe my fingers. And I'm just going to put some pepperoni on this one. That will probably be enough on there. Let's put that in there. And of course you can put a sprinkle of herbs if you like. I'll put a sprinkle of herbs on mine, just a little. Okay. Sprinkle on there. And the extra grated cheese that will hopefully melt nicely as it's in the oven. But we've got the cheese underneath as well, haven't we? Okay, and I think that's our pizzas ready to go into the oven, which I will put in a few minutes. I'll just put them to one side. Okay, so going back to that story, the story of the little boy that shared his picnic. By inspiring that little boy in the crowd to share his food, Jesus kept that crowd together, didn't he? It was a big challenge for those disciples, but they managed it. And it was an act of generosity and kindness by many. Back in March, we couldn't have foreseen, could we, what our lives were going to be like today, beginning of August. And as churches, we've tried to keep everyone together by doing our YouTube services, by doing Zoom meetings, by ringing people up and getting together when we can and doing things for other people. As a church community, we learn to share, don't we? And last weekend, the Olive Tree Church again did a collection for the food bank. Some people had walked the previous week and perhaps collected some money or made a donation to the Yemen crisis. And that's what lots and lots of charities are having to do at the moment, to keep spirits up, to keep their funds going and to keep momentum, doing different things to encourage people to work together and to share together. So generosity and kindness are great attributes to have, aren't they? So perhaps next time you share a pizza or share a pie or share a cake, you'll be reminded of the story that we're listening to today about sharing and that little boy who shared his picnic lunch. And perhaps by the wonders of technology, a bit later on in the service, you'll see a photograph of the pizza that's going to come out of my oven, which I will be able to share, perhaps with an elderly person who I can share with. Hope you've enjoyed this morning and do have a go at doing something that you could do to share your generosity and kindness with someone else. Bye for now.